else would be able to write a song about mold in a high school? That would be me. Yes, Southern High. If you go to Southern High School, our school is moldy. Is that? Yes, so we're going to play that coming up here, as inspired by that Chamorro tradition, really, right? And that's just how the Chamorro people have gotten through adversity, whether it's wars, pandemics, typhoons, is through sharing song and story and taking situations that aren't really funny and putting them in that Cassie format and making them funny. 7:47, Friday, May 27th, on the Last Link show ever. It's proudly brought to you by Cabo Enterprises, ITD, and Jack in the Box, and also Tropicool Ice, the purest, cleanest ice in Guam. Get 2 bags for $3 at your favorite store. And Mount Carmel School and beautiful Hoggett at 671-565-5128. We're bringing on the Mount Carmel Foundation Chairman Mike Phillips in the KUAM News Link Zoom room. Good morning, Mike.
Lovely day, Chris. Congratulations on your silver anniversary and your quasi-retirement from entertainment, huh?
Silver anniversary. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate it. Let's play a little trivia. If you don't mind, do you have your thinking cap on?
I'll try.
Okay, here we go. I don't know if you know these, but I want to ask you, I just got a few trivia questions here. Which middle school won the island-wide science fair competition at the University of Guam?
Mount Carmel this year.
Okay, good. That is correct.
Yes, but this year they granted an overall winner for middle school, and Antonio Cruz, our student, did very, very well. And so we're very honored, and we're very happy for him and our science program, too.
Okay, that's good. You know your stuff with Mount Carmel and the science fair. Let me ask you this one, though. This is a little tougher one. Which middle school boys basketball team ended their season in a tie for first place? Is it A, Mount Carmel, B, Mount Carmel, or C, Mount Carmel?
Well, Mount Carmel and a couple other schools, including St. Paul's and St. Anthony's. But yes, we were tied for first. The boys did very well this year with Mr. C, Mr. Camacho, and under Coach Brian Cornelius.
Okay, you're 2 for 2, Mike. You're doing pretty good this morning. It's quite a Friday for you. I got just a couple more here. Which middle school, this is a tough one, won the Chamorro language competition at the University of Guam?
Mount Carmel always does very, very well there. As you might have heard Mr. Funkus mention, where we try our very best, and this year again we're very fortunate to win a whole lot of gold medals. In the middle school, I think they swept completely. So very, very proud of our Chamorro instructors, Mr. Innes and Mr. Leonguero Senor, and our students and everybody that helps. But also the work, Chris, that those at UOG put on each year. They're not given too much money, and they seem to make it work. Pandemic or no pandemic, we've had the competition.
Good points there, Mike. And yes, you're absolutely correct. It is Mount Carmel. Just one more, okay? Which middle school won more gold medals in academics than any other school? Any other school on Guam? Do you know this one, Mike?
It has to be Mount Carmel.
God.
Because we compete, and you know that. Your
Yes.
boy went there, and we compete almost on a weekly basis internally, but externally we try to compete as often as we can, because it's through competition that the bar is raised. I think we've all learned that.
Right, yes, that is definitely a lesson that our generation knows very well. Mike, I wanted to put in the push because I've been talking about enrolling. I know you got summer school going on now, right? Tell us a little bit about summer school, because when I was at the school for the big festival that you guys had, I know that we had said something like summer school is not just for catching up, it could also be for getting ahead, right?
Yeah, both. You know, more than anything, students want to have fun in the summer, right? But you can also make learning fun. We all try to do that in every way we can. I was kind of surprised that you didn't know that Patrick Palomo was part of our music faculty with Jolene Sublon Suba. At first I thought you were kidding, but then I realized, it's not anything that we buy commercials for, but our music program is as you know, amazing. And we have a combination of different areas that we believe contribute to educating the complete child.
Right,
so
Mike.
at different times you'll find Latin, but you might also find Taekwondo.
Right.
You're definitely going to find, music and all the core subjects. At one time, we were offering 10. I think we offer 9 or 10 each semester in the middle school, and a little bit less in the elementary and more fundamentals, but still the same approach to educating the complete child.
We do have a couple comments in here, Mike. Biba MCS 77, half a day, Mike. And that is coming from Davia and Rosalie Tolentino. Also, we had a comment in here. Mike is a huge saving grace for our beloved Mount Carmel School. Si Deus Masi for all he does to grow the MCS legacy. GM Palma comments in here. Half a day, Chelu, Mike, and Biba MCS class of 77.
Yeah, those are, I'm sure it's like this on Guam, but it's definitely like this at Mount Carmel when classmates from, I guess, 45 years ago write in, you know who they are.
Right.
And two of them, George, who was he was captain for both our basketball and volleyball teams, and Rosalie, who's actually Rosalie Bora Tolentino, who married one of my other best friends from Santa Rita. She was my classmate at Mount Carmel from 3rd grade through 9th grade, and kind of a family relative also. So yeah, nice. They're all living on the mainland.
Nice.
Those two are at least.
Mike, I think that you name dropping Uncle Patrick Palomo as and Auntie Dorlene Suba as part of your big the whole music program there. That is the perfect example of what the kids call a humble brag.
Well, the song you were playing earlier, that was actually Joylene, and Patrick was also on that album. And gosh, that goes back to 1988, 89. I was mentioning that Mr. Francis was recording his album at that time, and I believe he was leaving for his last year at Berkeley, if I'm not mistaken, at the Tommy Bijado Studios in Derrida.
Right.
So I met him there, although he's much senior in the music industry than I am. But I remember the album, and I remember he recorded it with Cindy Manglona. That was in 88, 89.
Right, and we've been playing this album, the Tremor album, brought to you by Mount Carmel School, pretty much for the last few weeks. Mike, I'm running really tight on time. There's a lot going on this morning, but I wanted to end here with the tuition deal that you guys have at Mount Carmel.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Back in the day, families went to school together, right? And so we start, Chris, as you know, at pre-K 3, and we don't end until 8th grade. So most that have siblings or kids. They have them more than one every 5 or 10 years, right? So you have a streak in the family. And that's what we try to cater to ensure that segment of our population is not left out. So it's $295 for the first child. If you have 2 children, it's $470. If you have 3 children, it's $535. Then tuition after that does not go up, no matter how many kids you have. We have one $65 registration fee for the extra child, but that's it. And so it really has made a difference at our school, and it does more than just remind us of the old times. It again educates the complete child, because if your children are going to schools where their classmates are only coming from homes that can afford private school, then that's not really doing justice to either them or the community, and we try and do both.
So, Mike, I just want to just playing the devil's advocate, as I'm often want to do. You said more than a fourth kid, no tuition, right? So you mean to tell me if I had like 13 kids?
Yeah, my grandfather and grandmother had 16, so they would have ran the school broke.
Right.
We haven't had trouble with that. It actually really helped the school, because those families would not be sending one kid to private school or 2. They'd be sending none. Either all go or we don't go. Right. It's fair. So yeah, it's something that really does benefit the school also. But more than anything, it benefits the students. Our faculty enjoys it also.
Mike, I'm a big fan of what you guys are doing down there at Mount Carmel School. And guys, I got to tell you, I remember when they first came out, people were talking about it's a music school, but I think, and as you learned from the beginning of our conversation, it's not just a music school. They really are educating the complete child. Academics, they've won more gold medals in academics than any other middle school. They continually clean house in the Chamorro language competitions. And guess what? They can ball a little bit too. It's Mount Carmel School. Mike, 671-565-5128. Last pitch.
You know, Chris, the last pitch is just to congratulate you. I think that using maybe the 21st century version of Kantan Chamrita, you've perpetuated our culture, and you've shown how we've survived. Right? It's based on humor, music too, but a lot of humor and being aware. You've been able to say things that if any of us called on the radio or said this on TV, we probably wouldn't be able to go out in public very often. But you're able to say and do things. And we know that comes with a price. And so I want to personally congratulate you and also let you know how much we all appreciate it.
Wow, Mike, thank you. That really means a lot coming from you. I got to just tell this story. Many years back, I think the governor at the time was former Governor Carl Gutierrez, and I had been invited to this function up at the government house. And this was, of course, after I'd come out with the Mr. Governor song and done the whole, I did this interview with Uncle Carl way back at Hit Radio. Kind of gave him a hard time, and it was this interview where he's like, boy, just come and I'll take you around the island, come and we'll stroll and stuff. So I was kind of nervous to show up there at Government House, and right when I walked in, I look up and I see this ponytail right in front of me, and so I know I kind of nudged you, Mike, and I was like, hey, we better stick together in this room. So it's a little funny story that going back. Thank you, Mike, for your kind words, and Biba Mount Carmel.
Okay, we'll be seeing you soon, Chris.
Yeah. You're not going to have time to miss me, I'm pretty sure.
You just want to
That's that. Okay. There you go, Mike Phillips, the chair of the Mount Carmel Foundation. 7:58. We got to take a break. The show again brought to you by Cabo Enterprises, IT&E, Jack in the Box, Mount Carmel School, and yes, Tropical on the last day. Thank you, Tropical, for jumping on. Tropical Ice, the purest, cleanest ice in Guam. Get 2 bags for $3 at your favorite store. The link, the last